Hey guys, it's been a long time since I've made an episode. Anyway, I'm drinking the coffee, gotta get the energy up, get the energy high. It came to my attention that as I was writing the script for this episode, that it was taking place in the same store that the very first episode took place in, and that's super fitting because it's 10 episodes later. I don't know why that's all of a sudden a milestone, but the 10 episodes, come on. Things got a little slow during the winter time. Admitting, I can't talk. I admit that the videos got slow during the winter season because, let's face it, who the fuck can be productive in the middle of winter time? Like, I work outside, okay? I work out in the snow. It's really hard to be productive and to want to put out quality videos and to work really hard when you're at home when your normal day job is outside. And when you're at home, the last thing you want to do is like fucking anything. And I'm sure that's basically anybody during the winter time. But you people that work inside, I don't want to fucking hear it.
I gotta drive. I gotta go out and brush my car off and drive to work in the snow.
I work in it, okay? So I don't want to hear it. If you work in an office, if you sit down all day long and you complain about having to work during the wintertime, you should be taken out into the middle of the street and whacked right in the shins with a broomstick. You people are the ones that make my job seem way worse than it really is. You're all like,
oh my god, it's cold outside.
How's that office chair? How's your ass? Hey guys, and welcome to an all-new episode of Things That Make Me Feel Like a Dick. Today on this episode, I'm gonna talk about dickish type things that, well, they make me feel like a dick. You've been here for 10 episodes, you get the fucking idea. Today on this episode, I'm gonna talk about awkward social interactions, which pretty much happen to me on an almost day-to-day basis. Now you see, I'm a pretty private person. I don't generally go around just talking to strangers or spouting off my business to the public. When I was in middle school, I farted during a math final in a crowded cafeteria full of other students, and at the time, my very hot math teacher was also present. Breaking both the silence and the wind, I proceeded to make a sound like this. This is my nightmare. Wait for it. Maybe I enjoy telling people my business just a little bit.
Damn it, Michael! Focus on the topic at hand! Calm down!
Initiating conversation with people that you hardly know can be a very difficult and stressful situation. But in this case, I just so happen to be at the grocery store where episode 1 of this wonderful series takes place. Now let me tell you something. When I go to the grocery store, I go with either a mental or a physical list of the things that I plan on getting. I don't just go into the store and fucking wing it. But this old bitch... I'm getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. We'll get there. So I usually have a pretty limited time in which to go grocery shopping. I like to go in, get my shit, get the fuck out, and go home, alright? I try to fit all of this stuff into my daily schedule, my goings-on. My normal things that I have to do every day. There's a lot of stuff to get done during the day. There's sitting, there's eating, you gotta do that. There's laying down. Laying down takes up a lot of time. And that's not even including not doing the dishes, right? Not doing the laundry, and not cleaning the house. The not doings, they take a lot of effort to not do them, all right? The stress is there to get it done, and it takes a lot of physical and mental effort to avoid doing those things.
So on this glorious day in particular,
here I am, hustling my ass off around the store to gather all of the household grocery-based essentials. That just happened. And I get to the coffee creamer aisle, okay? The last fucking thing that I went to the store to get. It was like the only thing that I went to the store to get. I went to get coffee creamer, but other things just trickled into the cart, okay? Coffee creamer was the main reason why I had gone. And I run into this old woman who's just, and I've talked about fucking old people before, all right? I realize I'm gonna be old someday, but let me tell you something about old people in this episode. Again, for like the second or third time, probably. I complain a lot about old people. Get the fuck out of my way. This world was yours once. You had your time. Things are moving faster now. You need to get with it. Get a lightning lift or whatever the fuck those chairs are that take you up the stairs. I run into this old woman who's just standing right in front of the whole aisle, all right? She's got the whole fucking aisle blocked off with her cart, the entire thing. She's standing right in front of the only possible avenue to my coffee creamer destination. There was no possible way that I was gonna get to the coffee creamer without getting uncomfortably close to this woman, which would in turn probably involve me saying something simple like, "Excuse me," out of being polite, because I'm not a fucking dick. But anyway, so like I said, I'd have to get uncomfortably close to this woman, which has about a 75% chance of initiating some sort of awkward conversation with this woman who was very clearly born before the Prohibition era. So we have nothing to talk about. We have nothing to talk about. We have like 12 decades between us. You would think so. But you never really know with old people. Talking to them's like opening up a blind bag that's either full of something incredibly nice and sweet or something very judgmental and racist. So what could I possibly do to avoid this awkward situation? I could stand back and wait for her to finish like a perfectly decent human being. So, I do that. I wait for like 5 minutes. She's reading the product labels like she's reading a really good series of books, and let me tell you, she's fucking hooked. And this wouldn't be so bad if she would get her fucking cart out of my way, alright? But she's standing literally right next to her cart, and her cart is right here, and she's blocking like 9 feet of the fucking shelf. I can't even get in there for a quick, like, with her cart right in front of the coffee creamer, alright? Not over here by the milk. No, fuck that. Not down here by the cheese. No, that would make too much sense in my life, in my scheme of life, my coffee creamer extravaganza quest. So her cart is blocking every possible way for me to like Indiana Jones my way in and just go in for like a coffee creamer swipe. You know what I mean? Before the fucking old lady door closes. So I tell myself I'm gonna go around the store and grab a few other things and let this woman just finish what she's doing. You know, I figured I'd come back in a little while. And so about 10 minutes goes by, and at this point, common decency is just fucking gone. Right out the window. It's a fleeting thought at this point. And I turn the corner, and she's still fucking there, reading all the coffee creamer labels. Get out of my way! Move your geriatric ass away from the shelf for like 5 minutes so that I don't have to fucking talk to you. You smell like fucking Geritol and Bengay and all the weird old mothballs. What the fuck is it with you old people and mothballs? Everything stinks. Old guys, they smell just like weird body odor. I don't understand how every old man smells the same, and he always smells like weird stinky nutsack. Weird fucking wrinkly, just old balls. Just ugh. Old women, you smell like it's like there's old people perfume, like you go into a store and you just hope to God that there's a fucking perfume there that just smells like potpourri and asshole. But the point I'm trying to make is you don't go to the grocery store at 90 years old without a fucking list. Because by 90 years old, half of us are gonna be lucky if we can remember to change our own diapers. Speaking of which, I'll be right back. That's better. That's another thing too. What if I say excuse me and she doesn't hear me? Then I reach in thinking she heard me and she fucking freaks the fuck out, right? She just fucking loses it. Thinking I'm trying to cop a feel or something, right? And then she swings her cinder block-like purse filled with everything from chewing gum to a fucking erector set right at my face and kills me. Yeah, that's what I need at my funeral. It wouldn't be people standing around my casket like,
Ah, yes. I remember Michael Everett Scott Pitcher. He went out fighting the dragons of Wendledore. A warrior he was.
It would just be more like,
He just wanted to drink his coffee and have it not taste anything like coffee. Is that so much to ask?
why does this make me feel like a dick? I'm gonna tell you. Because I've been in several situations in my life that have made me feel like a dick. Hence, this series. It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
But I've never been in a situation where I wanted to strike an old person. And I probably still never would, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that after 10 minutes of waiting, the thought of hip checking that old bitch into the aluminum shelving didn't cross my mind. Old people. They always make me feel like a dick. Today on this episode, I'm gonna talk about
I'm gonna talk about ack. I'm gonna talk about ach.
But you never really know with old people. Talking to them.
Talking to old people. Help me.
But you never really know. But you never really know with old people. So what can I There's a time. We're starting at this point in the video is the I'll come back in 10 minutes. Hopefully she's done by then. So when you're editing this, future Mike, I want you to realize that you're starting here after the Indiana Jones
Indiana Jones coffee creamer. I'm a sexy little baby.
The fuck was that? You ever tried to fucking deal with any sort of tape in your life? The guy who invented tape, it was like one big joke. He's like, I can't wait to see people try to take big strips of this and have it not get stuck to itself before it gets stuck to whatever the fuck you're sticking it to. Then she swings hers,
And then she sings a swingy 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 swing. And then she sings a swingy 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 swing. And then she sings.
I like to sing about the moon and the June and the spring. I like to sing about the T-O-T or function like this.
That's a spicy meatball.